An Hombre and an Osprey meet at a cedar grove. You're watching Barber Dave's Shaves and Such. Hello, welcome, fellow whisker removal technicians. This is Barber Dave. How you doing? So I gave you a lot of hints as to what we'll be shaving with today, but I'm going to go over all that at the end of the shave. Hope everybody's doing good for a Monday. For those of you that are going back to work today, sorry. Today, as you know, is Barber Errand Day, so we're getting ready for that. Plus, it's a very special kind of weekend today. Going to do some wonderful things with my better half, who's having a birthday tomorrow, but we're celebrating all week, much to her chagrin. If you like what you see here, please come and join us at the Shaving Cadre. That's www.theshavingcadre.com. We do feel we are the finest gentlemanly shaving, traditional shaving forum and other pursuits. It's free to join, no moderation other than the ownership. Come and see us. We'd love to have you. Also, we're almost done with the hiatus. If you like live talk, come see my partner, Nurse Dave, and I. And you can also see his shaving channel at Nurse Dave's Shaving World. But we do a live talk show every Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific, Arizona, Mountain Standard Time, whatever it takes to confuse you. And we're coming back off our hiatus on the 13th. So please join us for that. So anyways, the soap today is by arguably one of the finest soap makers on the planet. Now, I may be just a tad biased because he's also my partner in business here on the TSC, or one of my partners, along with C. Vargo, aka the Squatch. And that's the soap we're using today. And this soap has got a very special meaning to me. We'll go over that in just a little bit. We are going to be doing a DE shave today. I've got a brand new Feather Pro Guard in this razor. And just by looking at it, you can probably figure out what the razor is. I did change the setting just to see what it's like. I had this on 6.5 or 7, and I wanted to try this out on 4.5 just to see, because I hadn't really done the 4s. I had gone from 1 to 9 and settled on 6.5. But I just want to see. It's very smooth. But I want to see how close I can get with the shave with that setting. Not bad. Didn't remove as much as I thought it would with the 4, but we'll see with subsequent passes. Yesterday I had a question about razors on, and this was a bonehead move on my part, but the question in the comments was, are there any knife makers that make straight razors? And the only one that I knew of that is more known for knife making, in my opinion, was Buck, and that didn't go well. And then somebody told me today, it's like, duh, what about Boker? And, I know Boker is a German knife maker, and I'm sure a lot of these companies started out as knife makers. I just don't think of Boker as a knife maker. I think of them as a razor maker. So I want to thank the gentleman that pointed out that comment, because that is true. And you'd think I'd know that, considering I have 3 to 4 different Boca razors. But yeah, I have a feeling that this is probably going to be a little bit mild for me. On 4, this very much feels like my Feather ASD2, which is a super, super mild razor. Wonderful and efficient, but just very, very mild. But we'll see. It's funny that after you use the Vector for a week or so, and then you pull up this razor, seems like a behemoth. I can definitely see, although I won't do it because I already have this razor, but I can definitely see the new iteration of this razor in titanium would offset some of that weight. And it would probably, and I haven't checked the gram weights or anything like that, but it would probably bring it in line in a titanium version to the stainless version of the Vector. I'd have to check on Blackbird's website for that. But you can definitely feel the weight of this razor when you've been using the Vector for a while. But still ultra smooth. Yeah, a little bit more cleanup than I would normally have in the neck area, but still not bad. Well, they give that a final determination here in just a second. Very little blade feel on that setting. But very smooth. Definitely a DS-BBS shave for sure. Let's see what the alum says. I think I caught myself on my lip. It's funny, I've had more little issues with shaving with a DE than I do with a straight, which is kind of hilarious. Not too bad though. Once we get all rinsed off and everything, we'll go over everything we used today. Oh, nice shave. Not quite DS-BBS, but so the dolphins ain't screaming today as much, but definitely BBS. Based on what we're using today, we're going to be using Quinn's Cucumber Mint. Let that dry down just a little bit. Put a little bit more alum. On that lip area. I think what happens with the DE razor, I get a little bit too quick in the working of the shave, but it happens. Okay, obviously you probably already guessed what razor I used, and that's right, I used the Blackland Osprey. This is the original version. Just a wonderful razor. I did turn this down to 4.5 just to see what the difference would be, and I'll probably end up going back. Here's a brush that I have not used in a long time. This is what I call my Hombre's brush. As a matter of fact, it's not the same as my Choya brush, but to show you the contrast, you know, this is made from, I believe, black walnut and Choya from my yard. This is actually made from mesquite, and it's got a turquoise inlay. It's got a... this is a boar knot in this one. I've had this. This was the very first custom brush I had ever made, and this was made by Matt DeRuiter. Just a wonderful, wonderful brush. But it kind of goes along with the theme of what we're shaving with today. The soap, the one that started it all, I don't have very much of this left, and that's Hombre's Barbershop. This was the original version that CBL, Chris Lindsay, and I worked on for quite some time. The second iteration, obviously, is Spaghetti Western, which I still have available. If you're interested, just contact me or CBL. This is literally a walk down the wooden streets of Tombstone and walking into a barbershop, and then June and July, the August rain that sets the creosote bush off, and then the warm terracotta tile. It's just wonderful. For our aftershave today, we're going to be using the aftershave of the same name. That's Hombre's original barbershop scent. And as you know, if you've used CBL's products before, it is not a balm, it's not a gel, it's not a splash. It is literally really a tonic, and it's almost a milk. There is, it's probably got the consistency of half and half. I guess that would be a good consistency, but just wonderful. Good skin properties, makes your face feel really good. And just that Old West feeling. Literally, you can smell the freshly worn saddle leather and the dust. And it, literally, this is Tombstone in a shaving stuff. It's just absolutely wonderful. For our talc today, we're going to be using Clubman as always. I've got so many talcs sitting over there, but I find myself grabbing for this, obviously, because I use this in the shop all the time as my primary talc. And then it just works really well, especially when it's hot and humid outside. It's just beautiful. Okay, and then we're going to kind of throw it up a little bit, because you figure if this smells like Tombstone and the dust and the horse saddle and the gunpowder and you know, the smells of an old-time barbershop in the 1800s, then if you were going out to, let's say, the Birdcage Theater to see a show, you would kind of dress yourself up a little bit with probably some floral water, but this we're going to use. And this is, believe it or not, a Target EDT, and it's Goodfellow & Company, and it's cedar and geranium. And it really complements the Hombres very, very well, both the Spaghetti Western and the other one, because it adds a nice woody cedar tone, but then it florals it up with the geranium. It's just wonderful, wonderful stuff. All right, kids, that's it for today. So, did we get all the parts in? Yes, we had an Hombre. We had an Osprey, and they met near some cedar in the town of Tombstone. That's it for today, guys. I certainly appreciate you joining us for our Monday shave, and we'll see you again tomorrow. I'm Barber Dave. This has been Barber Dave Shaves and Such. Don't forget to come and see us, and all of the other shaving channels that support our channel, please check them out as well. Have a good day, everybody. We'll see you again soon, and take care.